Hi everyone, so today we're going to be learning how to make a how-to book. A how-to book is a book that you're going to write about something that you know how to do or something that maybe you would like to know how to do. So first I want to ask you guys, if you know, tell your partner next to you something that you know how to do and give an idea for what you want to write your how-to book about. Okay, so I'm going to also list some ideas. I thought of how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, how to brush your teeth, how to ride a bike, how to tie your shoes. Those are all some great ideas that you could use when writing your how-to book. So when we write a how-to book, we have to use transition words. Transition words are words like first, second, third, then, next, last, and also finally. So with these words, those are the words you're going to start your pages with. So if you're writing about how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you'd say, first, you go get the bread. So every page was going to start with one of these key transition words. Okay, so next, before we start, we are going to look at this POW planning guide. This planning guide will help us to organize our thoughts and help us to be able to write our how-to booklet. So first, P stands for pick my ideas. So I want you to get your pencils out and think of 3 ideas that you could write about. 3 things you know how to do. You could use some of the ideas I just gave or pick your own ideas. I'm also going to do this with you so that you can see how it should be done. Okay, I just wrote down my 3 ideas, and I would like to I hope that you all have your 3 ideas written down now. Next is O. O stands for organize my notes. So I have written here for you steps 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you're going to pick one of your ideas, just one. So I'm going to pick how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So for my step 1, I would say, step 1, go get the bread. Okay, so you all need to write your first step, and then we'll write our next step. So next, I would say you will go get your supplies, the peanut butter, jelly, a butter knife, and a plate. So I'm just gonna put go get supplies, and when we write it in our booklet, we'll expand. Because this is just a rough draft of the ideas that we'll be putting into our how-to book. Okay, then step 3 would be, for me, you will use the knife to put peanut butter on one piece of bread, squeeze jelly onto the other, and spread it around. So everyone needs to write their step 3. Okay, once you have written your step 3, we're going to write our last step. This is a simple how-to book, so there shouldn't be too many details yet. We'll add more later. Last, I've said that you will put the 2 pieces of bread together and cut it in half. So write your last step. If you wanted to add a last 5th step, I was going to add, now you can enjoy your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And you can add that 5th step if you would like. Just add another number to the bottom. Okay, once we've finished our planning guide, we're going to move on to our book. So here are our booklets. We have the title, space for you to draw your cover picture, and then a space for the author, so you'll write your name there. So my title, I'll hand out these books first for you to look at, and we can do the title page together. So everyone to write their title. It should say How to and then you finish. Line how to make a peanut butter and jelly. Then I would draw my picture. You don't have to do this quite yet. And author. So here would be the cover of my booklet. Okay, now I want you to put your pencils down and you're going to just watch how I go through my booklet. So I'm going to be using both my transition words page and my planning guide. So the number one, the first transition word I'm going to use is first. So first, and my number one was go get the bread. So I'm going to put first, you need to look how I used first, comma, then I write my sentence. Make sure you start with a capital letter and end with a period. Okay, we'll move on to page 2. So then I'm going to look at my transition words page again and see what my next transition word should be. I could either say first, second, third, and go on that way, or I can say first, then, or first, next. I'm going to say first. Second page, I'm going to start with next. Next, look at my planning guide. My second step was to go get my other supplies. And I'm going to actually list those supplies more in detail. Go get peanut butter, jelly, butter knife, and a plate. Once again, started with my transition word with a capital letter, comma, finished my sentence, and ended with a period or an ending punctuation. Okay, then I'm going back to my transition word page for page 3 and seeing what the next word I should use. I mixed these two up, so after next, it should be then. So then, comma, looking at the planning guide, my third step was to use the knife to put peanut butter on one piece and jelly on the other piece. Okay, so that will be page 3. Now we're on to page 4. Looking at my transition words page, what's my next word? Last, or I could use next again. So I'm going to use next because I'm going to have one more page after this. Next would be to put the bread together. Once again, I'm using my planning guide to look at my last step. Put the bread together and cut in half. Remember to use that capital letter, comma, and ending punctuation. My last page, I'm just going to use the word last, or you could say finally. Last, you get to enjoy your sandwich. Your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm going to end this one with an exclamation point. So once again, make sure you have that capital letter, comma, and ending punctuation. Okay, now that I have finished my book, I want you to open up to your first page, look at what transition words you're going to use first, and your first step, and begin writing, and I will help you as you need. Okay, now that we've finished writing our books, I want you to remember that we use a transition word off of our key transition words to use page. First, then, next, last, finally. And if you went this way, first, second, third, you could have done that too as a numbered list. We used that on each page, and we used our planning guide that we made in the beginning to tell us which step goes on which page and what order they go in. Okay, now I'm going to have everyone go through and read their booklet to us. I will start. First, you need to go get the bread from the cabinet. Next, go get peanut butter, jelly, butter knife, and a plate. Then, use the knife to put peanut butter on one piece and jelly on the other. Next, put bread together and cut in half. Last, you get to enjoy your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now that our writing is done, we will go through and illustrate and add pictures to every page, and we'll revise. So I will come up and check your work.